All right. My name's Chris Cockrell. I'm owner of Cockrell Contracting, LLC.
Awesome, man. Well, Chris, you and I have known each other for a couple of years now, but It's really good to have you on the podcast.
I appreciate it. We're glad to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad you were able to peel yourself away. Did you have something go on this morning? I saw something this morning where you were dealing with some concrete or something like that.
Yesterday, we're dealing with a little... I had a friend come pour some concrete, really just shooting, you know what I mean, giving him a hard time.
Yeah. Okay, I wasn't sure about that.
There you go.
Well, to start out, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? Where are you from? Where did you go to high school, college? Are you married? I know the answers to all these, but they don't. So,
yeah, absolutely. From Mobile, Alabama. Born and raised all over Baldwin County, Mobile, my whole life basically. Went to Mobile Christian for high school. Graduated high school out there. Went to Auburn for 2 years for college. Did a lot more playing probably than, you know what I mean, studying. And, came back to Mobile, did a few odd and end jobs, and decided we were really interested in the home building world and, construction world in general. So that's kind of...
So what did you go to Auburn for?
Engineering.
Civil
engineering is what that was the anticipation.
Okay. That was what you were kind of thinking you were going to go into.
Yep. So.
And you're married?
Yep. Married. Have 2 kids, 1-year-old and an 8-year-old. Both awesome kids. Nice. Super blessed.
Not
super
biased.
Blessed.
My kids are awesome
just
too.
a little bit.
Just a little bit. I hear that. So no, that's cool. So did you have any construction experience before? Or was it just...
So when we got out of college, I came home and, like I said, worked some odd and end jobs. One of those was Austell. And it was great, for the first few months. But it was one of those places, if you weren't really in with all the good old boys, you know what I mean? There was no room for moving up, in my opinion.
It's difficult.
Exactly. And it just wasn't where I was headed, I don't think. Great experience, wouldn't take it back, you know what I mean? Part of the story. But we left over there and went and worked for a general contractor for 4 years. K. Berger Construction, doing insurance restorations, that kind of deal, you know what I mean? Small restore projects, basically.
Yeah. But still giving you
drying.
A lot of knowledge.
It gave me a ton of knowledge. So we did everything from lifting houses to, you know what I mean, pulling down to studs and starting over brand new from flood jobs and that kind of deal. And that's basically where I found my love for the trade. I've always been one of these hands-on type guys. I like to take things apart and put them back together as a kid and that kind of deal. So I guess it just kind of followed as I got older. Exactly. I'm the same way.
Yeah.
So it fell in my lap, and it was something I really enjoyed and wanted to chase. So.
No, that's cool because I wasn't sure. I have some experience similar to you in that, but I obviously didn't choose home building. So I was just curious as to what made you go down that path.
Yep. Well, that is what got us there. Like I said.
You and I, when we first met, we had this discussion about the Cockrell name, and
that's right.
I believe your uncle,
grandfather had all of the Cockrell's body shops here in Mobile. So we had a good mentor along the way. I didn't have my father growing up, so I had my grandfather in the place of him. Yeah. And he really, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's a
good businessman. And, watching him made me grow up wanting to be a business owner, and it's just kind of cool to watch it play out, I guess.
That's really cool that he was an influence on your life in that way.
That's right. That's right.
I've known him and I haven't spoken to him for years, but, knew him since probably 2005 or so.
Yep.
And so always spoke highly of him. But.
Yep. And he's got a great name in the community. So a good legacy for me to follow up on.
Better not let him down.
That's right.
Well, go back to your first job, and are there any lessons that you still remember from that?
Oh, absolutely. We had some mentors, some of the best mentors in my opinion, with that first company that I worked with, K. Berger Construction. I mentioned a few, Harvey, and another guy that I worked with, Blakeland. Super good folks, and really we worked as a team together to really make things happen for that company. And the only reason I left is just growth and development for myself. You know what I mean? Otherwise, we'd probably still be working with those guys. So appreciate those opportunities for sure, and they opened a lot of doors for us. I mean, heck, we were making $500 or $700 a week at that time, but they were allowing us to take tools that we would purchase out of our checks, and you know what I mean, things like that to give us the ability to grow. Big things that we appreciate from those guys.
It's awesome when they don't hold you back.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And we try to be like that with our guys as well. So.
Yeah, it's a special kind of role that a business owner plays. I think a lot of times, people are brought into our care, in a way.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's important to help them and foster, their growth.
Yeah, try to push them any way we can on our end.
Yeah.
So.
Well, how did you get started? I mean, did you just go out and say, hey, I'm going to build a house and sell
Well,
it?
no, not exactly. We started doing trim work and kind of little odd and ends. I told myself, and me and my wife discussed it, and if I can make $1,000 a week doing these odd and ends, I'm doing better than, where I'm at now, and it's a good start for the future. You know what I'm saying? And that was back in 12, 13, you know what I mean? And we ended up getting our home builder's license in 14, which we probably didn't necessarily need for the projects that we were doing at the time. But again, just pushing towards that growth.
Yeah,
so.
No, that's awesome. Now, do you remember the first, time that you had that kind of aha moment where it's like, okay, maybe there's something to this?
Yeah.
Right? So you're in, you've started your business and you're like, oh man, it's a struggle. And then you're like, okay, wait a second.
Yeah, well, absolutely. We, our first few years, were mostly, like I said, odd jobs. And then we kind of jumped to the insurance game. Loved it because you had to kind of fight for your money. You know what I mean? Yeah. You had to really know your stuff. Right. Whenever you're writing these insurance estimates, every detail counts down to the paper you put to protect the floor. You know what I mean? Yeah. The highest quality, whatever you can, flooring that you can buy. You had to capture all of that in these estimates. And if you miss something, you're leaving money on the table. And there were people that I worked with along the way that kind of showed me, how to make that work. So it was a cool experience as far as that goes. But that dealing with the insurance is really what pushed me into the home building because, as much as you like to fight for it and, it kind of gave you that thrill. At the end of the day, you were having to fight for it. You know what I mean?
And
it gets old after a while. You know what I mean? Every job you go to, you end up having to fight for the last 10 or 15,000 with the insurance company and that kind of deal. And that it gets old eventually. So
and I've been harping on this, for some time now. The hardest part about that is that it doesn't allow the business owner to plan on cash flow.
That's exactly right.
And so if you can't count on cash flow, then how do you pay your people? How do you buy supplies? How do you market yourself? You can't, do that.
So
it makes it really difficult.
But that's basically what pushed me towards the home building is having to fight so much, I guess, for those, insurance funds and that kind of deal. So,
now, if you were talking to someone that wanted to get started in running their own business, what's the one bit of wisdom that you'd impart to them?
Contracts. Have bulletproof contracts from the get-go. Have a good team and a good following around you that can push you. If you don't have people that are willing to, stick their neck out and push for you and help you, then it's going to be tough to get anywhere with it. So that would be the biggest thing is just have people on your side and have your contracts in place.
You've got to have, a team. It's not just, I always go back to a conversation and I think it was one of the chamber events or something like that where they always said, you need to have a banker, an attorney, and a lawyer, in your back pocket.
And that would be a great start.
Before you have a need for
Before you start rolling. That's
right. And I've always I've got multiple bankers and multiple lawyers and,
That's right. Same.
But I think it's also, I was reading it, maybe I'm reading too much into what you said, but it's a very difficult road in having people that are actually in your corner and believe in you.
And that's 100% right, especially when you're starting from nothing. You know what I mean? We didn't, get loans from the bank and stuff like that at 19 or 20 years old. You know what I mean? That wasn't going to happen back then. So it was basically hustle and make it happen or it doesn't happen.
Right.
So.
Yeah. No, that's really good. Now, are there any books, podcasts, people, or organizations that have been helpful in moving you forward?
We listen to podcasts, pretty much daily on interest rates and, real estate and to kind of keep in our groove with how, we operate and the information we're able to give our customers and that kind of deal. So yeah, we you know what I mean, keep up with daily information and that kind of stuff. Yes,
anybody that's been helpful in the actual building process, or being a home builder, and all the business type aspects that you all deal with that are specific to
we have tons of resources. You have the chamber, you have the Home Builders Association, you have Metro Mobile Home Builders Association, and all of these are great resources for teaching you guys, or teaching, new builders the way to go, and how we need to operate, and even the insurances you may need in the future and that kind of stuff. I mean, it all ties in together, and they're really good resources for, getting you rolling. So.
Yeah, that's cool. Now, what's the most important thing that you've learned about running a business?
Probably the most important thing is being able to disconnect from that business to enjoy family life as well. You know what I mean? It's business, but at the end of the day, you have to be able to disconnect. And you can ask my wife; she's probably, ready to choke me over in the corner right now. But that's one of those things that you really have to, separate and try to get, your, I guess, everybody happy.
Yeah, it's like having a kid.
So that's exactly right. Exactly right.
I mean, there are times where you can't just set the kid off in the corner and cry its head off. You actually have to pay attention to it.
You have to be on top of it. So,
and I mean, it really does suck. But I would just, part of the reason why I do this is because I think there's an educational component to it that people that might be looking to go into business may not know. They may not have anybody that's in their life that's run a business or anything. And you said something earlier about having people that believe in you when you're getting started, and I'd say having people that believe in you every step of the way, because it never gets any easier.
Super important. It doesn't get any easier ever. So it's having those people and keeping those communications with those people and keeping those people in your corner. That's super, super important.
Yeah. So I mean, just thinking about the idea of somebody going into business and thinking that they're going to have all this free time, and that they're not going to ever have the stresses that go along with it or anything like that. Like, I think it's just important that people give an honest opinion of what it's like being a business owner. It's not
100%. It's not an easy thing. It's not an easy thing.
Well, speaking of which, my next question is, how you like to unwind?
We hunt, we fish, we do, we go out and do our Friday night date nights, that kind of stuff. And I guess our biggest thing would be our outdoors. On the weekends, we're either in the woods or on the water. So that's probably our biggest unwind. Our kids love it. The wife does it all with me. So that's awesome. You know what I mean? Having somebody I can enjoy that with. And my place I enjoy to unwind is also hers. You know what I mean? So we can kind of...
It's very important.
Yep. So it's super nice.
Yeah, because otherwise taking yourself away from them would be causing more stress.
Even more. That's exactly right. Work. So it all fits good for us. It fits good for us.
Well, I've got 12 rapid fire questions that I've been doing with people just as kind of curiosity thing, because these are simple things. Like, what's your favorite type of music?
Country music, probably.
Any artist specifically?
We like Morgan and Cody Johnson and all of those guys. So,
favorite type of food?
I would say probably Italian.
Favorite restaurant?
Felix's, hands down.
Okay. Favorite city outside of Mobile?
Let's see, Orange Beach probably. We enjoy the beach. Okay. So.
And city you want to travel to but have yet to visit?
City we want to travel to. We would like to go to Denver, I think. Denver would be a lot of fun. That's probably on our list of next vacations we'll do. We've done a bunch.
Skiing,
you know what I mean? Local, skiing probably, And just the views, we want to go experience some of that at some point. So
I can't remember the last time I was in. I mean, it's been a number of years since I was in Colorado last. But the last time I was there, I just remember looking at the mountains off in the distance and thinking, man, those are right there. And no, they're not.
No, it could be
like 5 hours
miles
away.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
So, what comes to mind when I say guilty pleasure?
Guilty pleasure. I guess that would probably be my Guilty pleasure.
I know you got to watch it because she's right over my shoulder.
She's right behind me, man. I guess our date nights on Friday, you know, getting out.
No. That's not a guilty pleasure. Come on, give me a break.
Let's hear yours, man. What's your guilty pleasure?
I mean, like, my guilty pleasure is ice cream. You know,
okay,
like
got you. Oh,
or
yeah.
My guilty pleasure is, you know, like, I like, you know, like I love sneakers.
Yep.
So,
Okay,
I mean,
I'm a cereal and milk guy. That's something that I do not go without in the evening. So
very good.
We can call that my guilty pleasure.
All right. Dogs, cats, or none of the above?
We've got dogs. Got a little Dotson, little long-haired Dotson, and a lab that I got about
Dotson
5 months ago. Oh, she is the queen. She is the queen.
They think they are big dogs for sure.
That's right.
Summer or winter?
Summer.
Favorite movie or TV show?
Favorite movie or TV show? Let's see. There's tons of those.
Even favorite thing?
Probably Top Gun. We like. Yep. That was even back in the day, and even now, it's one of our favorites. So,
favorite holiday other than Christmas?
Let's see. Favorite holiday other than Christmas? Probably Easter. We like springtime, so.
Cool. Favorite color?
Blue.
And favorite cereal?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
That's a good choice. My current addiction, actually, my guilty pleasure is cinnamon sugar pita chips.
Okay, I haven't had those.
Oh my God.
Are they killer?
I'll eat a bag of those.
That sounds like something that Destiny, my wife, would just absolutely tear up.
Yeah, not good for you either. So. Actually, really odd, but if you're listening and you're into that kind of thing, cinnamon sugar pita chips with like, you know, the kind of chicken salad that has like craisins in it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, so good.
Good together. Huh?
Anyway, what are you most thankful for?
Probably most thankful for family, obviously, but outside of family, all the people that do support us in and day out. Yeah. So.
Well, before we close up, I want to just go back to like the actual process. Like, is there any advice that you would give to somebody that was looking at, you know, having a home built or looking at, you know, a custom home or even just approaching buying a house and
absolutely.
Stuff like that?
We can kind of run you through the beginning steps. What I would tell 90% of our customers that do not have plans, I mean, starting from step one, get on one of these websites, you know, houseplans.com or architecturaldesigns.com and find a plan you like. Send it to us. And, you know, you don't know what your budget is until you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Find something you like and send it out. And we do that free. You can send that to us. We'll look over everything, get you a proposal. If it's out of your budget, you haven't lost anything, you know what I mean? But that would be your, you know what I mean, your best starting point to get things moving.
And oftentimes those plans have estimates as to like what the cost is.
They do. I wouldn't, they're national estimates, so I would kind of, you know, watch what you see on those estimates because again, they are national. And you're going to have, you know, if you're over in California, you know, and then you come back over to Alabama, you're going to see a huge cost difference as far as those plans go.
I get it. Oh,
so you know what I mean? And the cost of living, you know, over those places are going to be substantially different.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
But yeah, we do offer those free proposals that they can, you know what I mean, send us the plans and we can kind of go through and give you guys a dead set number. Hey, this is, you know, where you're going to be with this house.
$2 million.
Yeah, that's right. That's what we want.
All right. Well, tell people where they can find you if they want to get in touch
you
with you.
You can get on our website, cockrellcontracting.com. You can find us on Google, Facebook, Instagram, all of those good things.
Nice. So. Very cool. Well, I want to thank you again for coming on the podcast. Wrap up any final thoughts or comments you'd like to make?
Like you said, just if you guys are interested in anything, you're more than welcome. Check us out on cockrellcontractingllc.com, or you can get with us on our socials. So we appreciate the opportunity to be out here with you guys.
Absolutely. Well, Chris, I appreciate your willingness to sit with me and share your journey as a business owner and entrepreneur. It's been great talking with you, man.
Great talking to you too, buddy.
Yeah.